Seems like even after I correct my error mistakes, I still make some errors. Wonder what I'm talking about? Find out on the next installment of One Piece Chapter Reaction. Until then, we shall meet again. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I am not gonna end the stream just like that. Anyways, greetings, creatures and humans alike. I am MagiQDog, and tonight we shall be reacting to One Piece Chapter 1108. Man, the chapters are really getting up there. So, what I was talking about earlier and stuff is, on my last chapter, which you guys should totally go check it out, I was reacting to 1107, and I realized I made some mistakes. One being that I skipped an entire page. In my defense though, that page never showed up whenever I was checking out the chapter. But there was another mistake that I didn't realize until later on. And that mistake was, the first two chapters that I reacted to, they were actually not in order. So, the part where the giants arrived on the island and started making their way through the island and stuff, I thought that was the first page. Turned out that was the second page. The first page was where Dory and Broggy arrived on the island and was telling the others, like, get ready for battle and all that stuff. At least I believe that is the case. I need to double check on my sources. I'll probably do that at the end of the chapter. But anyways, let me make sure that my audio is working right, so give me just a second. I still don't like my voice. But anyways, I pretty much heard through the grapevine and avoiding spoilers on Facebook and all that stuff that this chapter is going to be amazing. So, let us sit back, relax, and do a chapter reaction on 1108. Which I already said that before, but you know, I love repeating myself, apparently. Anyways, let's get started. Let's see. Ooh, we got a Shonen Weekly cover page where we see pretty much all of it being One Piece. We see Luffy in Gear 5 bringing up a single punch. Makes me think of One Punch Man, just the way he's punching, like, One Punch! Let's see, we see One Piece. Oh yeah, looks like we see some other mangas. Unfortunately, don't know who they are and stuff. Wait, I think that one is Deku. No, I don't think they're Anemone. No, that's not Deku. It kind of looks like Deku. Just more edge vibe, you know? Anyways, ooh, looks like we got a cover story as well. I mean, no, not a cover story, just like this really cool art piece of stuff. We see Nami and Uta getting along pretty well. We see Robin right behind them. We see Boa Hancock. We see Tachigi. And we see, come on, what's her name? Rainju. Yeah, we're seeing Rainju. And Rainju seems to be hooking up to Tashigi pretty well. Wonder what's going on there. Anyways, it looks like they're in some kind of fancy room and stuff, sitting on a long chair, and have like these golden pups all around, including one huge one in the back. But yeah, I kind of like how Nami and Uta are kind of celebrating while holding wine, like, oh yes, we're having a grand time. I could totally see him doing that. Man, I really would love to see Uta in the storyline, but I hardly doubt it's going to happen. Pretty much at this point. Anyways, page 1. Okay, so apparently, while the bombardment is still going on the island and stuff, we did hear Kiriba going, yeah! We cut over to where Fan Augur and Katarina are just pretty much looking at Caribou, who is pleading for his life because Van Augur got his sniper rifle aimed at him, which is like 1,000 miles or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of the weapon. But anyways, he's like, oh, please spare me. I don't want to die. And we have Cavalrina just nonchalantly like, so, what's his deal? And Van Augur, just being Van Augur, is like, he is wet-haired caribou. He pretty much is a pirate, but this is still a government island. All the while, he's just pleading like, yes, that's me. Please, just hold on a second. Don't shoot me yet, man. But he's not having it. It's like, that may be. But there are people that are after the Commodore's life, and we can't take that risk. And Caribou kind of getting panicky at this point. It's like, that's right, but you got it all wrong. You gotta trust me. Because if you kill me right here and now, Commodore Teach, he's gonna have your head for this. I'm telling you what. Let's see. Anyways, page 2. Okay, so he's still aiming his gun at him, just about to fire Caribou's head off as he's like, oh really? And tell me, why is that? And Caribou's like, well, I got valuable information. The ones that are so hard to come by. Just spare me, okay? Let's see, in his mind, he's like, I know the information. The information on the ancient weapons. The first one is on Fishman Island, which is Princess Shirahoshi. She turned out to be Poseidon. Then there is Pluton, that's apparently sleeping underneath Wando. The only people that knows about this information are both the Straw Hat and myself. Anyways, he starts acting kind of smug and stuff. He's like, yes, I know some good information. So if you bring me to the Commodore, I will pretty much surrender all the information that I have, and it's even free of charge. I'm sure that he'll be happy to hear that. Just please, take me with you. I know I can be some use to you guys. All the while, Van Augur and Davon are just thinking about this. Anyways, page 3. Because I'm pretty sure we're cutting over. Oh man, I should have added a PX on the clouds. Oh well, I think I got plenty of clouds all around. Okay, so on the next one, the pacifistas are still firing at the marine ships and stuff. And you can hear the announcer being like, all ships, pull back from the shore. All the while this is going on, we hear another one that's like, we have to stop the firing on the pacifistas. Just get through, man. Sorry about that. Anyways, we see, we pretty much see one of the attacks being fired at one of the pacifistas, but he uses a bubble shield and was able to block it. I want to say that it's cannon fire, but it looks like, it just looks like a fire, you know, like a flamethrower type. So I don't know for sure. Anyways, we have the Marines looking, it's like, those dang bubble shields. Man, I didn't think we were going to learn about the power of this special kind of science like this. Anyways, the pacifistas look extremely ominous. It just fires another laser as we hear the Marines going, ah! Anyways, page 4. Yeah, page 4. Let's see. Ooh, we're getting some names. Oh, my neck. Dude, you don't even know. Okay, so we're getting 3 of the 5 admirals here, and they're all just frustrated on everything that is going on with the pacifistas. The first one we have is Bluegrass, pretty much the old lady, and she's like, "Ah, this is frustrating. I can't even cut loose here. We'll just be hurting our own selves if we, by taking out all those, darn pacifistas." We have another one. He's a dude with the glasses, and he is known as Vice Admiral Hound. And he's just holding to his chin like, this is truly unprecedented. We did not foresee this coming. Tell me, is there any chance of calling off the Buster Call? However, we have another Vice Admiral yelling out, which is like the cool walker dude with the shade glasses, and he is known as Vice Admiral Guillotine. I just love that. Vice Admiral Guillotine. And he just says like, hang on, I gotta do like a biker voice. Vegapunk himself gave that pirate the authority to command all these pacifistas. There's no way that we can stop, brother. Okay, I just went Hulk Hogan there for a second. But anyways, actually I like that. Oh, I just thought of something, but I don't know if it'll happen. Anyways, we pretty much have the others talking to one another as it's showing the whole island with ships sinking and the bombardment kind of ceasing for now. Anyways, we hear them like, okay, I'm gonna say this is a guillotine dude, so I'm gonna continue in this Hulk Hogan voice. After this, there's no doubt that he's a rebel scum. You know what we should do, brother? We need to focus on getting the pacifistas back on our side right now. And then we hear Vice Admiral Doberman as it's showing him saying like, you know what that means? We're gonna have to take out Jewelry Bonnie and take her head. All Vice Admirals, you need to leave your stations and hunt her down immediately. We then see the map of Egghead and stuff on the map and stuff as he continues saying, her current escape route is through the Fabulous Stratum. It's going to lead her to the northeast coast. We then see another Vice Admiral who's just racing along the grass and stuff as he's just charging head on like a football player. As he hears the order, we must eliminate her at all costs. Now then. On to page 5. Yeah, page 5. Had to double check. I keep forgetting about these. He got fat. Okay, so we see this dude with the up close eyes and stuff, and he's like, Tulsa here, and watch that order. I'm already in hot pursuit. I'll be getting them no problem. We see him pretty much approaching as he starts to hockey up his hands and started making like a the hand position like Kamehameha as he starts thinking to himself, my fingers are gonna drag her directly to hell. These 10-barrel finger gun, it can even rip apart armor. As he jumps up into the air, goes right at Frankie and Bonnie, who is on his back, as he says, "Tulsa Crunch!" And we see Frankie like, "What? Oh shit, it's a Marine!" We have Bonnie being surprised. Then we see Toga about to deliver it, but a looming shadow hovers over his head. He's just like, hmm? However, before he even realizes it, he gets smashed by an axe on the flat side. He's just like, bah! Now, I wonder who this is. What character who is on Egghead Island that happens to be a giant and uses an axe as a weapon? I think we all know who this is. Anyways, on to page 6. Oh, I just love this. Anyways, we have Bonnie just screaming out in fright by what she sees. We also see Atlas and Frankie, who is also surprised as Frankie's like, "Whoa, there's giants. I have just messed that up completely. Holy crap. Whoa, there's giants on the island. Are they our enemies? We're pretty much in a rush, you know." And then we hear, "Ga ba 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 ba. Who are you guys?" We then see, I just want to tear up. We see Dory and Broggy talking down to Frankie and Atlas and Bonnie. All the while the Marine is completely crushed as Broggy lifts up his axe. And the two of them are talking as they're like, "Ga ba ba ba. We checked the bounty posters to make sure that we recognize all the new members. But you guys don't really look familiar at all. Are you happen to be researchers?" Let's see. "Yep. We're pretty much here to get the Straw Hats out of here." And we see Frankie like, "What for? Luffy is my captain. Do you have some kind of grudge against him? Are you his enemy?" Okay. So I'm glad we get this interaction with Frankie and stuff because he has never met Dory and Broggy before. So seeing this, it's just, oh, the world building in this series is so good. Okay, on to page 7. That scholar mentioned, I wonder who they're talking about. Okay, I just love this. I just absolutely love this. Okay. We see both Dory and Broggy talking. It's like, "No, nothing like that of the source. We've only got full appreciation and gratitude for the fella. He's right. We're warriors from Elbaf. If you happen to be a friend of his, then we'll do our best to keep you guys safe." We then have Bonnie yelling up to them, being like, "Luffy, Sanji, and Vegapunk are still back there. Can you go help them out?" We then have Broggy just smiling at her, saying like, "Man, those names sure take me back. You betcha, little missy." Let's see. They then stand up and stuff as they start passing them over to the other giants, as Dory gives an interesting bombshell, like, Vegapunk. He's the one that Scholar mentioned about before, right? Anyways, take these guys to the ship. We're gonna go on ahead. but be careful. The fires are starting to get out of control. He pretty much passes them over to two other Cheyennes. One of them just looks like a short beard kind of guy that's kind of round and stuff, and he's wearing like heavy scale armor and stuff. As the Cheyennes go, "Aye, aye, Captain." We then have Frankie just looking over while being in the arms of the Cheyenne, being like, Cheyenne allies. I wonder if they're the masters that Ubisoft's always rambling on about. So, this is some good info right here. Because we don't get a lot of time with the Straw Hats whenever they're selling and stuff, going from island to island. Because normally we should see them on the islands. They do their adventures, fight some bad guys, defeat them, they go on to the next island. So I'm glad that we got this moment right here, because this just means that Usopp talks about the Masters a lot. I am so happy for that. I really am. This is like world building on a whole nother level. Anyways, page 8. I had to remember for a second. Ooh, we're getting some more admirals. Oh my god! Okay, this is really interesting. Okay, so we have the Vice Admiral with kind of like the sharp tusk and stuff, and with the long hair stuff. He is apparently called Vice Admiral Urban. He's an urban legend. Ooh! I'm kidding. Anyways, he looks over and he's like, hey, looks like the line has gone dead. We then see Vice Admiral Pomsky. He's the dude that really looks like Hulk Hogan and stuff, with a scar on his left side and stuff, and has like the huge chin. The kind that makes you think of the Crimson Chin! If you guys don't know, that's from Fairy Odd Parents. It was a really good show back in my days. Anyways, he pretty much says to Urban, did the Straw Hats counter him? Or perhaps it was the Cheyennes. Either way, I'm heading to the island. We then have Bluegrass, who's like, hop on, doll. We're going to be attacking from the sea. Yeehaw! I don't know why I say yeehaw. Mostly because she's riding on the Mecha Sea Beast as a giraffe. Anyways, she's pretty much controlling the Sea Beast with her Rai fruit, which I gotta say, that's actually an OP. That's actually a pretty good ability. The fact that you can tame anyone or anything just by simply getting on top of them. Too bad she's an old lady. Okay, please don't take that out of context. But anyways, we see Vice Admiral Doll just riding on one of the... crap, what's it called? It's kind of like the spines of the Mecha Sea Beast. As she pretty much tells her... that ship that's on the northeast side, it's definitely from Elbaf. And Bluegrass pretty much says, you know, our fortune just keeps going all over the place. Cheyennes are no joke. Tell me, have you ever fought one, doll? And this is where we get some major bombshell. She is just smoking her cigar and stuff as she says, I used to have a commanding officer a little over 20 years ago. He was a Cheyenne. And we see Bluegrass pretty much telling her like, past tense. I guess you must be talking about Saul. I remember him. He was a tough cookie back in the days. So, this is pretty much incredible. So one, Doll is way older than what she looks. If I were to take a guess, I would probably say she started in the Marines in her 20s. So she's probably close to her 40s at this point. Still looking good though, really looking good. And the fact that she used to have her commanding officer that used to be Saul. I'm telling you, it just keeps going around and around. Especially with Chagral D. Saul that we learned about in this arc. I just can't wait to see how all this is coming together. Anyways, let's continue on with this page. We pretty much have the bearded giant holding up everyone and stuff, except for Atlas. She's just floating. Because I think she's too big to be... Well, she's not too big to where she can hang on his shoulder or something, but she's like, it's okay, I'll just float. Anyways, the giant asks, the giant asks Frankie, like, so, where's your other companions? And Frankie's like, well, they're in the sky above the clouds. And the giant's like, on a sky island? That seems pretty far away from Egghead. And Frankie's like, not really. They're actually just right above us. Now then, page 9. What the frick? What the frick is this thing? Oh my god. Okay. We pretty much see this huge spider thing just crawling along. And at first I thought it was Saturn's regular form, but no, this is something way different. Anyways, we pretty much hear Luffy in the background, kind of far off from everyone. Well, pretty much the three far off from the giant spider. Anyways, we hear Luffy like, you can't move? Then how are we supposed to save you? And he tries moving them, but you hear Vegapunk going, ouch, don't do that. If you try to move me, I'm just gonna die from eternal hemorrhaging. Hey, I pronounced that pretty good without messing up. Anyways, we see Sanji standing in front of Saturn. But he's just taken on an absolute monstrous form. He pretty much looks like a Tsuchi Gumo, which is a giant spider yokai demon from Japanese mythology. And while he's just standing there looking breathless by this huge spider with Saturn's head and his horns growing way larger. No. That's a Uchioni. That is a Uchioni. Just based off of the horn and the fact that he looks like he developed cow ears. Yeah, he developed cow ears. I wonder if this is like the spider fruit mythical model Uchioni. That'd be really cool. Though there's been some theories that wonders if he's even a devil fruit user at all. I mean, it has to be. Well, then again, in the last chapter, we did have Cavalria Devon kind of speculating that she thinks it is a devil fruit. I don't know. Until Oda actually confirms it himself, I'm just going to play the guessing game. Anyways, back to the story. We have Luffy just floating over Vegapunk, who is not looking well. Like, he is in a pool of blood. And we have Luffy saying like, but, we promised to get you off of this island, didn't we? We have to get you out of here, Apple Guy. But Vegapunk just pretty much accepting his fate, saying like, well, I did ask for that, but I've pretty much made my bed here. But there are things that I have to protect no matter what. As we see him with his face and stuff just taking breaths and stuff, as he says, I was hoping that Bonnie's command overrides program would have remained a secret until she got just a little bit older. Maybe like when she turned 16 or something. I don't know. But anyways, she's now going to be a target for the rest of her life by the Marines and the world government. So please, please look after her. We did see Sanji just blowing some smoke from his cigar and stuff as he says, this Gorosei just gave up pretty much just looking human at this point. As we see a close-up look of Saturn's eye, and he just looks absolutely monstrous. Like his eyes is just full of destruction and rage. He then takes a step onto a tree, splits it in half, and causes the tree to be contaminated by poison that is pretty much decayed at this point. As we have Sanji stating while seeing this, like, he's got a really weird look in his eye. And it seems that he's completely coated in poison too. Why am I... It always happens like this. Anyways. Okay. Page 10, I believe. I don't know. This is getting exciting. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Vegapunk. No! I knew he was on death's doors and I knew that he wasn't gonna die, but this is definitely for sure. Okay. Oh, this ain't gonna be good. So, Saturn just starts his attack by pretty much extending out his legs out of his joints and is using it like rips as he stabs all around the area. Sanji grabs Vegapunk as he tells Luffy to dodge, and Luffy's just kind of being laid back about this. It's like, ha, no problem. By the way, you need to get Gramps out of here. And don't even stop, even if he's moaning about him being in pain or whatever. All the while this is going on, Sanji starts making a run for it while Vegapunk is protesting, like, ow, stop it. I said I'm fine. You just gotta leave me, Sanji. Don't do this. And we have Sanji like, will you just simmer down already? We're gonna figure this out. However, Kizaru comes in and kicks Sanji right in the chin. But he looks down and he's just got this grim look on his face. He's like, wait, no, hold on a second, don't you do it! But Kizaru uses a point laser and stabs and pretty much hits Vegapunk right in his stomach area through the back. I don't think he's gonna make it. Like, if there is any chance of people thinking that he was gonna make it, now it's me saying that he's not. He's not. Oh no, never mind. It was his light sword. Based on one of the 3 sacred treasures, which I can't remember for the life of me. I am very forgetful, in case you haven't noticed that. Anyways, Kizaru stands over to the side as he watches Vegapunk falls down. As we hear people screaming, no, Vegapunk! Which I'm pretty sure this is Sanji. He looked over with his face just shadowed out. We did see Luffy upside down being like, no, Apple Gramps! I like Apple Guy better. I'm gonna say, no, Apple Guy! We did have Luffy pretty much up above as he's still dodging Saturn's attacks. As at this point, I think he's really upset. As he says, Sanji, you need to get going. You gotta get to the back entrance right now! And we see Sanji picking up Vegapunk being like, I'm so sorry, Vegapunk, please forgive me. Well, he didn't say please forgive me, but you know, I added my special touches. Anyways, Kizaru is about to use his light powers to kind of fade and try to catch up to Sanji. However, on page 11... Oh my goodness. Luffy looks demonic with that smile. Okay. The most awful sight. The truth about... Are we finally... There's no way. We're not... Give me a second. Are we finally getting it? Are we finally getting the history? Are we finally? Oh my god, please. Please let there be no break next week. Please, I am begging you, God. Please. Okay. Okay, so give me just a second. I gotta check. Okay, I don't see any breaks. Okay, calm down. Okay, so let me tell you what I just learned. Well, what I didn't really learn, but you know, I'm behind. I mean, what we just learned. You guys are gonna have to give me a break. I did not read this yesterday. I just got to this today. Anyways, we see Luffy pretty much becoming a giant at this point. Him having a very upset look as he grabs Saturn's face on one hand and grabs Kizaru in the other, just crushing him as he says, "And you two." We see Saturn's eye just looking at Luffy, and we see Kizaru getting crushed as he starts coughing up blood. And we see Luffy giving a demented smile. Like, this is a smile that sends shivers down my spine. Like, look at that. And he says, "You two know that I'm not gonna let you escape, right?" Oh god. That smile. It is both awesome and creepy at the same time. It almost looks as if Luffy is possessed. Like he's not possessed, but he's getting there. Like, it's just one of those creepy smiles that you kind of see in a horror movie, you know? Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you just get that this isn't a normal smile for him. Like, this is not normal. I wonder. I'll tell you my thoughts about this at the end, but we gotta continue on. We have Sanji kind of getting away. We see Luffy in the background, just as huge as a building at this point. And we see Sanji just telling Vegapunk like, "Damn it, Vegapunk, don't you dare die on me." We did start hearing beep beep sounds as we see Vegapunk. No, we don't see him, but he is smiling because we have Sanji like, "Hey, Vegapunk, what are you smiling about? You gotta stay with me, man." We then see a building that started beeping Inside of it, we see a bunch of tool equipment and stuff, along with a screen that starts turning on as we see a face of Vegapunk. As the other monitors are starting going like, gotcha. Sorry, I had to add those special noise effects. But anyways, we didn't have Vegapunk on the video, as it looks like he's about to give his last will, like a last will kind of video, and he's like, mic testing 1 2 3 1 2 3, can you hear me, over and out? Okay, looks like everything's good. We see the whole entirety of Egghead Island with clouds just covering the sky, and the marine ships in the distance. We then hear over the video as he's like, attention world, hello there, this is Dr. Vegapunk, pretty much the world's one and only greatest and most humble scientific genius that ever get to live. But anyways, enough of myself. This is an important message. I'm about to give you guys the shock of your life in this message. So, I need you to bear with me, for what I am about to tell you is the truth about our world. End of chapter. Announcement from Vegapunk. I don't see no break on here whatsoever. Oh my god. Okay, let's do a review of the chapter based on everything I read, and this is going to be a bit of a long one. So, we got to see that Caribou was able to convince kind of give his piece to Fan Augur and Cavalrita Davon, as he tells them that he's got valuable information that he needs to give to Teach. And we see the two kind of making a decision here. But cutting over from them, we pretty much get the battle continue on as we see Pacifistas using bubble shields to stop against the ship's attack, and them attacking. We now cut over to see a lot more of the 5 admirals. Of course, we met Bluegrass, but then we also got to see Hound and Guillotine as they're talking about taking Jewelry Bonnie's head in order to gain control back of the Pacifistas, which Doberman gives the order. We see that Vice Admiral Tosa, which I forgot to mention that, was about to attack and kill Bonnie along with Frankie. But he pretty much got his ass flattened down by none other than Broggy, who was with Dory. The two pretty much tells Frankie and them that they happen to be their friends and that they're going to get the Straw Hats and everyone out of here. Which Bonnie tells them that Luffy and them are still back on the island and they need help. Which Dory and Broggy gave Frankie and the others to the other giants and tells them to take them back to the ship while we continue on and get the others. We then have the other 5 admirals, which is Urban, Palm Sky, pretty much saying like the lines have gone dead, baby he got taken out. We're going to head over to the island immediately. Which Bluegrass is already on it. She takes Daw and she rides the Mecha Sea Beast that is the giraffe as they start heading toward the northeast side. We got some confirmation here that Vice Admiral Daw used to be under Saul. Jaguar D. Saul. We got a connection there. So Daw, from my viewpoint, is probably going to be an important character. I don't want to say that she might show up on Elbaf and get to reunite with Saul, but that would be something. I don't know. But continuing on with this, we pretty much got Bluegrass being like, oh yeah, him. He was a tough cookie back then. We got to see that the Giants are taking Frankie and them back to the ship as they got to learn that the others are above them up on the Labo face. While this is going on, we see Luffy trying to get Vegapunk out of there. All the while, I'm guessing Saturn gave into his anger from the previous chapter with Fan Augur and Davon, and he just turns into a giant Uchi Omi or Tatsuki Gumo, whichever one you want to prefer. I'm thinking it's more of Uchi Oni because of the bull horn and the ears. Anyways, Luffy tries to tell him that he needs to continue on living, even though Vegapunk does it, and he pretty much tells Luffy to take care of Bonnie. All the while this is going on, Saturn pretty much starts to attack. Sanji gets a hold of Vegapunk and stuff and tries to escape. But Kizaru, I don't know about him at this point. Like, I just don't know what his deal is. Like, he doesn't want to do this, but yet he is still following orders. You would think at this point, he would just... I think he's pretty much given up on defying orders and is just shutting himself down. Like a machine. Which is very ironic considering the fact that he's more human than Kuma, but he's acting like a machine at this point. Anyways, despite Vegapunk delivering pretty much a fatal blow and stuff, Sanji and Luffy still tries to rescue him. At this point, Luffy goes beast mode right here, gets a very demented smile, pretty much gonna take on the two. And then we have Vegapunk pretty much starting up a video to announce to the world that he is going to reveal the truth of the world. Oh man. So, what does this mean? What are we going to get out of the next chapter? I think we're about to learn about the voice entry in the next chapter. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of. And then we're going to have, I don't know how long it's going to be. We may have another flashback for all we know. We may have a flashback of, maybe not like a full-on flashback, but like a little bit of a flashback that may be relating to Choi Boy and the voice entry and how the world government just pretty much destroyed them in the kingdom. I don't know. I say people are going to be shocked about this revelation. Who knows? Vegapunk might even know about Imu-sama for all we know. I mean, he's smart. You would think that if anyone would know about this, it would be Dr. Vegapunk. If we don't get a flashback, but instead we get like Vegapunk just telling the world about this through the interviews and seeing people's reactions and stuff, we could then see an epic battle between Luffy with Kizaru and Saint Saturn. Oh man. And by the way, on one of the previous chapters, I thought that maybe 5 to 10 chapters at most. I don't know at this point. We may get around 10 chapters at the minimum. But we still got a bit of ways to go. I'm excited. I'm like a kid at a candy store at this point. Because this chapter is amazing. We got so much stuff going on. So much revelations. And we got a major cliffhanger which... Oh, I love you, Oda, but why? Why? But yeah, I can't wait to see what is going on the next chapter. I hope this week flies by real quick because I got to see what chapter 1109 got in store for us. As far as I know, we don't got a break. Of course, I could be wrong. Then again, I happen to be wrong on a bunch of stuff when it comes to chapter reactions, but it's a give or take. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it with this chapter for now. So with that, thank you all for coming on this I cannot speak. Retake. Thank you all for coming on this amazing chapter reaction. I hope y'all had as much fun as I did as we got to learn about everything going on this chapter, and it's just being absolutely incredible. I am geeking out. But anyways, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel on YouTube. That way you're able to see all my videos and stuff. Also check me out on Twitter, aka Access, that's where I do my announcements and pulls. And check me out on Twitch, that's also where I do my streaming. And with that, I bid this show adieu, and I hope to see you guys on the next chapter reaction. So with that, so long. See ya. Bye-bye. See you later, alligators. Okay, bye. Oh man, I can't wait for the next chapter.